This is a Ben Frank Connection presentation.
Welcome back for 5 Questions with ABJ. We're at Euphoria for Labor of Love here in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Mania Week 2, Mania Day 2 for both of us, unless you've been doing it more than I have. But it is
this week. No,
2 days have already felt like a week. But I am here today with...
I'm Vinnie. I'm the owner-operator of Vinnie's Barbershop. You can see the sign
right there behind
us.
Yeah.
That's one of many logos because I am a logo hound. I get bored, I make a new logo, and then I put it on stickers, a shirt, or apparently a banner. So, yeah. So.
I feel you there. Except I don't sell any. That's the only problem.
Honestly, I would like to say that I sell any of it. Most of the things that I make as merch immediately just become like some more clutter in my shop. Yeah. Like I have a brick and mortar barbershop that one of my storage shelves is just unsold merch because people are like, "Oh, I want to buy merch," and I'm like, "I'm going to produce merch," and then they don't buy the merch.
And then no one buys it.
No one buys merch.
It's your fault.
Buy merch, people, and maybe I could order a lot less than I order because I think, people want barbershop merch.
Yeah, so I think the name of the podcast. Nobody wants a podcast shirt.
Yes. That's a good point.
So what is your current goal in life?
So I've got a few, but there's one that's popping into my mind right now because it's relatively recent. I'm a competitive powerlifter. It's a thing that I got into within the last few years. It's actually why that logo looks that way, is because it's a rip off of a notable powerlifting brand from years past. So currently, my goal with my sport, I'll say, is to up my totals in my sport, and just get broadly to get stronger. Yeah, I think is my current goal in life.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's kind of self-explanatory, the next question. But what are you doing to achieve your goal?
So I could nerd out about weightlifting and powerlifting day in, day out. But someone actually today described my approach to fitness and weightlifting as holistic, because I think of it as a very fluid and nonlinear thing, which I think a lot of trainers would agree with. Progress is nonlinear, right? Yeah. So the short answer is I'm in the gym 6 out of 7 days a week, but I follow a methodology with regards to my training where I tailor what I'm doing on the day-to-day to better whatever lift I'm working on or help achieve those goals. So, for example, I'm trying to total... My weird current goal is I'm trying to total 1,000 pounds with just my lower body, just squat and deadlift.
Okay.
I'm about 40 pounds away from it.
Nice.
So I have to up both of those lifts about 20 pounds. And then overall, I'd love to get better at my bench. If anyone's got tips, I'm sitting pretty stagnantly around 265, and I would like to get better.
Yeah. That was like a thing I remember, like back in the day playing football. They had like the 1,000-pound club.
Yeah.
What is holding you back or a distraction from your goal?
A lot of people, I think, would say oftentimes that they hit plateaus in fitness, and I think that they find that plateaus are physical, or at least they'll feel that way. And I I personally find that any plateau or any time I've plateaued, it's been a mental component. Yes, there are physical things that I can do that are holding me back, like subtle tweaks, maybe things I can do with my diet that are different. But it's funny how interlocked a lot of things that I do are, where I could say this about my business, I could say this about my lifting, I could say this about my relationships, is that honestly I need to take things more seriously. I have a very laissez-faire nature about a lot that I do. Like, you know, que sera, sera, whatever will be. And that's well and good until you start to see things not change for the better. That goes with my lifting, that goes with my business. If you just let things be until they will be, then you're never going to get there. So what I'm trying to do is not be so casual about things. Sometimes lifting needs intensity. Sometimes my business needs direction. Sometimes my relationships need more attention than I'm affording them the ability to do so. So I think that's kind of where I'm at. It's like I'm trying to get over that somewhat narcissistic hump of, oh, I could just do this, I could just be carefree. And sometimes you have to care.
Or possibly ADHD, where you're trying to take on too much at one time. Yeah.
All right, so yeah, also that.
Well, I'm just saying, most people think of narcissistic, they think negativity, but also, like, you sound similar to me, where you're like, oh, I could do 100 things,
yes.
And then people are like, yo, you stopped talking to me. You're like, oh, I didn't even realize I did that.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, and it's funny, you know, I've only recently been diagnosed, if we're going to get into the, if we're going to get into it, I've only recently been diagnosed actually with ADHD within the last few years, and it still blows my mind to find out what actually is like a hardline symptom of ADHD. And it's like, no, you're going to take on a lot of things, you're going to fixate, you're going to hyperfixate on little things. Like, I got really into reading this year after not reading fiction for I don't know how long. I read 4 books within a couple of weeks, and I can't stand books again.
Yeah.
I did it. I murdered the written word for myself.
Who or what motivates or inspires you?
All right. Hokey, corny thing on the top, because it's the first name that came to mind. Is my partner Kat. They are a real solid shining light in a way that I strive to be as supportive of a person as they are every day, and it boggles my mind that they do so. Yeah. Like I don't get, and I find myself to be an optimist, but there are times where they're just like, they know exactly what to say and how to be present for a person.
It's so hard to live with ADHD, but it's even harder to be in a relationship with someone with ADHD.
Yeah, they'll see my downward spirals when, like, I'm sure you know, like, the frustration you get when you can't meet a goal before you just completely forget that goal existed. Yeah. But like, there's this tangible sense of frustration, and I'll straight up at times say like, I'm such an idiot, and they'll correct me. Kat will be like, you're not an idiot for that. Maybe dingus at worst, but not an idiot. I'm like, all right, I'm a dingus. Here I go.
What do you? I'm sorry. What are you grateful for, and what are you currently happy?
I don't give myself the grace enough to think about what I'm grateful for. So this one is hard for me. Not that I don't have things that I'm grateful for, but I'm actually like, I can feel my brain telling me to not say what I'm grateful for.
We're the same human.
Yeah, I wanna like brush this off so much, but
it's hard to give yourself accolations.
Yeah. I'm grateful for a lot of things in my life in a way that I don't know that I properly express. Like, for example, my partner, Kat, I'm so grateful for. I'm grateful for the opportunities that their existence affords me, and the wide brush that they let me paint with. I'm grateful for my barber Eric, who is holding down the shop right now while I'm at a wrestling show, taping a logo to a window and doing, I don't know, maybe 7 haircuts in a 16 haircut day. I'm grateful for, to go back to the original question, I'm grateful for my body being able to show me that I have the capacity for physical strength, and then the work that I've put in on emotional strength and mental strength over the last few years with hitting a lot of dips and falters here and there, and then like I said before, progress being nonlinear. I'm super grateful for the realization of that, and also really grateful for toys. I have a lot of toys, and sometimes it's nice to just go into my office where I hide all of my toys.
Just look at them.
And just look at them. Yeah. Some things are still in boxes; those just get looked at. And then there are some things where I'm just like, "All right, Dr. Peter Venkman."
Yeah, you're literally holding a mirror up to me right now. Yeah. Where can people find and support you?
If you're local to the Philadelphia area, I own a barbershop. It's Vinnie's Barbershop. It's my name. We're on Instagram at vinniesbarber.shop. Our website is www.vinniesbarber.shop. You can book an appointment directly with us at vinniesbarbershop.reserva.com.
Awesome. That's 5 questions with ABJ. We'll catch you on the next one. We're out of here.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching this presentation. Like, share, and subscribe for more.
We are back, post-credit scene, still here at Attic Brewing for Labor of Love. Now, weightlifting, relationships, barbershops, everything you're piling on. How and why are you in the wrestling scene? I've seen you at Cheeseburger School. I've seen you here. What connects you to this world of why you're bringing the barbershop world into it? Because I've heard you're looking at other podcasters. You help support wrestling shows. Is it a passion of love? Is it a labor of love? No pun intended. But what brings you to the wrestling world?
All right, so I'll work backwards, starting with today, starting with Attic Brewing, Labor of Love, Sean Henderson, the crew that you see here that wrestled, that are area mainstays, the general 40-milers, even though I don't think anyone here is actually a 40-miler. I know everyone travels. Please do not quote me on that. I sponsor through my shop wrestling shows because of my labor of love for wrestling. I've known Billy Avery for, I think, going on 10 years now by sheer happenstance. Our connection of wrestling came way later, where his band and my band played together a few times in 2013.
Now you're throwing music at me?
Yeah. So there's also that. That's sheer happenstance, but that's kind of part of why I'm here today. Is I like to make sure that the art form of wrestling is benefited, has a benefactor. My ability to open up a business and then funnel money into this art form that I love and appreciate has been delightful for me. Granted, because I'm a sponsor, that means that my ticket price is a little bit higher just by the sheer nature. So I can't say I'm getting into wrestling shows for free, but it's cool that I just kind of saunter in and I walk around. All of the performers are often friends of mine, people that, and now we're working backwards, I trained with when I was training to be a professional wrestler. Starting in 2016, I trained with the Chikara Wrestle Factory alongside Travis Huckabee, Dr. Ethan Wild, Edith Surreal, hermit crab. I interacted regularly with people like Orange Cassidy and Wheeler Yuta and Chuck Taylor, who, name drop.
How about Trent kicking Orange in the face last night?
Not super stoked on that.
Not happy about that at all.
Not super stoked, but for what it's worth, I've been around all of these now like notables in professional wrestling for going on 10 years now, and I couldn't cut it. Like, full stop, I'll say that. The mental stress of training for wrestling was far too much for what I was going through at the time. I was in what would become a divorced marriage that I wasn't happy in, and it wasn't well. I wasn't well. I was not admittedly like a good person. I've done a lot of therapy, and honestly, part of that process of bettering myself was, how do I stay connected to one thing that I know that I love? So eventually I found my way into sponsoring pro wrestling years after I had given it up. I watched with this longing when Camp Leapfrog sprung up and all of my friends were there. And as it turned into things like High Tension and Labor of Love popped out of it.
LVAC.
And LVAC, right. And it's like, it's been nice to reconnect to this.
Yes.
Like, I cannot tell you the sheer amount of joy that I get from connecting this art form, which, like, I think I was afraid of many years ago, even when I was a fan. In 2007, I looked into the Ohio Valley Wrestling School.
Okay.
After watching Beyond the Mat.
Yeah.
I emailed him. I talked to that Roland guy via email for like a few weeks, being like, yeah, I don't know, I'm a small guy, I don't know if I could do this, but like, he's like, oh, we'll find a spot for you. And then I backburnered it, went to college, became a barber, not related. Those are separate instances.
Yeah.
And then eventually was like, I think I'm going to try that pro wrestling thing again. Found it, loved it, started to hate it, got out, found it, loved it again. Now I'm like a benefactor, and now it's like ingrained in my branding. Hang on. Like I have a sticker, oh boy. I have a sticker that's a luchador doing Orange Cassidy's entire gimmick.
In a barber
dressed as
suit.
a barber.
Yeah.
Right? That's my actual uniform. People insisted that this was a drawing of me because apparently I stand like that.
It might be. We never know. We don't know who's under that mask.
That's a good point. I do actually have that mask at my shop.
Oh, really?
I had a fellow wrestler make that for me.
One of those ants?
No.
Oh.
Was not an ant, although a familiar snake to some people. So
Gotcha.
So yeah, I legitimately, I love it. There's this immense amount of love that I just have for this world, and any way that I can be involved and help it thrive, I think is just where I'm at. Long story longer.
Yeah. Well, that'll do it. 5 questions, ABJ. Make sure you check the links below. Support them, follow them, go get a haircut. You look like a bum. We'll see you next time.
Thanks.
We're out of here.